So I'm here today at the Auckland Domain in the shadow of the Auckland War Memorial Museum. There's the Winter Gardens just around there, and it's normally home to sports, so football and cricket, but today there's a new game in town. Oh, first time. It soon became apparent that I was not the only person wandering around the place with my head in the app. What are you doing today?
We're out catching Pokemon.
Made a visit with my mate, just to come here and catch some.
It's just during school holidays we have nothing to do. Yeah. And it's better than staying at home.
When you're sitting down or doing nothing or what have you can't really play it. But when you're actually moving around all over the place, then it's really good.
This is the only day off I've had, so you actually come into the city to have a good walk around, and there's heaps of spots here to get the Pokestops and the Pokemon. Yeah.
3,000 people have already said they're attending a walk event around the Domain this weekend as one of 20 planned throughout the country. But it's not all smooth sailing. There have been reports overseas of robbers using the app to lure people to certain locations, trespassing, and people injuring themselves while focused on the screen. 21-year-old Daniel Paley says he's not done it while driving, but has seen it being done.
I've sat in the back of the car and played it. I've seen a lot of people pull over on the side of the road and at Pokestops and spin them.
The police are encouraging players to remember their personal safety, asking them to never use their phone while driving and to be careful not to step onto the road without looking. A spokesperson says while anecdotally they're not aware of any reported incidents in Auckland directly related to Pokemon Go, they're reminding players to be aware of their surroundings, wary of visiting unfamiliar places or going onto private property. NetSafe New Zealand's Martin Cocker says nobody's raised any concerns, but says the game adds another complication for children and parents.
We've had online games and we've had mobiles to worry about, and now we've got these augmented reality sort of crossover games to think about. So, it's another challenge for parents. Our recommendation to them is, if the kids say they want to get into it, just sort of find out from their children how it works and what it's about. And, I think some of those sort of safety-related issues are fairly obvious once you've had the gameplay explained to you, and then, parents can work through that with their children.
A writer for the video game website Game Planet, Andrew Todd, says with the Pokemon franchise so successful and the new game style, it's no wonder it's been so popular. But he says mobile games are often short-lived.
The popularity will probably wear off after a couple of weeks, once the novelty wears off. It'll be interesting to see if people continue to get out and do stuff. Probably going to last longer in the States where it's summer than here where it's cold and miserable.
That may be, but in the meantime, for players like student Zach White, it's a chance to get out and about.
I think it's a good way to actually get out and see new, because it's got a little Pokestops which are little landmarks, and it's a good way to see new landmarks, I guess.
For Checkpoint, Tom Furley.